Testing. All right. It looks like everything working. So, we were watching the matchup between Various, the blue Zerg playing in the top right corner, and Morphicon in the bottom. I need to turn some music. In the bottom left, we have Morphicon playing the red Protoss. Where's that sound coming from? There we go. Anyways, okay. So, you have the Overlord Scout going out. 9 Scout coming out from Morphicon. Will intercept each other. Check this building timing from Brandon. He likes to go for an early pull very often. But it looks like we're not going to see that this game.
You could see a 14 pull still.
We can see 14 pull. 14 pull, not pull.
We're going to have to see.
14 pull is going down actually. Over on the base of Khang, we have Gateway coming out at a rather standard time. It looks like it came down around 12. Back in here, we see the scout. We see Morphicon scouting out that spawning pool. Extractor coming down from Brandon, which means he's going for that early speedling. Drops down to Forge after the gateway, or not even that, after the gateway finishes. Should be looking, no, drops down to Forge, not a Cybernetics core. We see Brandon having his drone here. Khang is not going to try to deny an expansion. Has enough minerals for the expansion to go up, but doesn't look like he is going to pop an expansion just yet. Cool. Looks like that gas mining time isn't quite right to get that early metabolic boost, but it will come out soon. We're kind of still not building his Cybernetics core just yet.
Brandon's still not going for that expansion. He is choosing to go one base speed lanes. Wow.
Which is really interesting because he does have 300 minerals saved up. He is going to look around as natural, but
Khang is going to be walling in, but it's not a complete wall in.
It is not a complete wall and needs to put his solid about right here for it to be effective.
Those Zerglings are only going to be scouting for proxies?
Proxies, I assume, yes.
Is he going to push out or is he going to expand? I'm guessing he's going to push out. No, he's not making Zerglings. He's gonna, I don't even know what he's doing.
Right, scouting around, looking at each expansion. Wondering why he's doing that. It may be to check for proxies, it might be to check for the initial scouting probe, but I am not sure.
I think he's waiting for speedlings before he actually pushes.
Second gas pops out. It almost has 100 gas for that speed push. Scouting the base, sees fairly standard play. Both extractors on either side are not being mined out of. Sees the lings coming, but does have a zealot in place to prevent any severe damage from happening. Needs to place down needs to make sure that zealot stays in place. Should drop down I would say he should drop down the cannon here with that forge. No, but drops another gate. Oh no, it does have the Cybernetics score. I did not notice that, which is good. Has a stock route, will help against this push. Looks like Brandon's pressure is now void. But over on the side of Brandon's ace, we have 12 more lings about to pop and about to run over to Morphicon's ace. But he is dropping the photon cannons. This will not work at all from Brandon's side. Looks like the stalker is going to get that Overlord kill.
Brandon needs to make something happen.
So we have a roach ring coming out, creep tumors, a hatchery. Oh, so that means he is getting the expansion. Has a hatchery, has an Overlord coming out to replace the one that just popped. Where did those lings go? Those lings are right now running over, but by the time they get here, the 2 cannons are going to be out, the stalker is going to be out, and the zealot is going to complete that wall in.
I don't know, once you get those roaches out, the only thing that will really save Khang is probably force fields by sentries, but I'm not seeing any sentries on the field.
I don't see any sentries, but looks like Brandon realizes there are 2 cannons out, there are too many stalkers out, he cannot push into this base and do a bust. Another cannon going out. This is a bit wasteful coming over from the side of Morphicon. He should be looking to start teching up, realizing his opponent needs to transition to another realizing his opponent needs to transition to another tech, likely roaches to aid in this bust, maybe even banelings, but either way, Morphicon is likely not prepared for what's going to come out next.
Brandon is, however, containing Morphicon on one base while he is expanding himself.
So once Brandon's expansion comes out, he's going to be in a bit of an advantage as long as
Drone farms are not as healthy as I would like them to be, however.
Oh. A sentry comes out on the side of Morphicon. Warp Gate research is being chrono boosted out. A lot. Oh, a robo facility. A lot of interesting options that can come out for this. He could do a drop in the base. I hope Morphicon realizes the benefit of such a drop. Especially, but there's a spore crawl out and a queen in the main of Brandon. Building spine crawlers and a baneling nest actually. So it has a roach roaring, has a baneling nest. What Morphicon should be doing is scouting his opponent with maybe a hallucinated phoenix. Unfortunately, he does not have enough gas for that. He will get the observer out, hopefully. Yes, getting an observer, getting an immortal. So this immortal transition will be very good against anything that Brandon decides to transition into. Uh-oh, Brandon's researching ventral sacks.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Not making full use of those larvae though.
Is not true. Needs to start mining more gas.
Those larva injects are not going in. Only has one queen, might I add.
How many queens would a Zerg player have at this point in such a...
One per base. Probably
per
one
base?
extra for a creep spread. Or two extra.
Maybe even more if he was worried about an attack, but right now. Alright, so we do have the lings out, we do have the banelings. What he can do is target the closer pylon right here, and then march into the base of Morphicon, instead of having to deal with what's going on over here, with this very, very extreme kind of wall off with those cannons. Brandon realizes the weak point in this wall, the weakest link, then it looks like he will be able to push in and do a lot of damage.
I don't think he realizes it, however.
What was that? However. That accent, though. Anyways, on the side of Morphicon, he has oversaturation, is getting out the mothership core. What I would do in his position is use the Warp Prism, sneak a maybe ninja expansion somewhere else. Oh, looks like he's pushing out. Oh, he is looking to expand! We'll see the army here! Stalkers are going to absorb the blunt of that Baneling. Not doing as much damage as they should. Uh-oh. We'll put that in expansion. Very good push out from Morphicon. Setting everything up. What did she be getting a Twilight Council? What do you think about that choice? A Twilight Council on what Brandon has right now, which is a lot of roaches. What you should be doing is getting out more immortals. I don't think one is quite enough to deal enough damage to those roaches. Where those of course sitting idle over the mineral line. Look at the production tab on both sides. We have the standard stuff going out. We have banelings coming from the side of Brandon, various. What do you think Brandon's options are at this point?
I think he should get a third base.
Okay.
And
Morphicon has scouted what's coming. Sees the roaches.
And not get squad blocking should be fine.
True. Has a lot of mineral startup, so an expansion would be very viable. Morphicon does scout everything, but right now he's not pushing out, which he really should. He has a far superior force. Getting out more immortals. Extensions about the pop needs to start moving that oversaturated. Yeah, he is starting to move his probes over.
I am expecting a push from Morphicon any moment now. Brandon needs to drone up.
You can never really be sure. You can never really be sure at this level of play. Immediately putting those probes on the respective simulators. Has good saturation on both sides now. Not too much, not too little, but could benefit from 5 probes each. More stuff. Sends the observer over. See here? We see Brandon scouting around the base with his speedlings. Map, excuse me. Scouting around the map. Morphicon needs to just keep that observer over Brandon's army. See how much he has. See what movement's going on. So it's gonna send it over. We'll see the creep tumors. Morphicon needs to push out soon. Has the Twilight Council out? I see one forge, but has research armor before weapons. Interestingly enough, needs to either go for either of these two upgrade paths, charge or blink, and then needs to decide whether or not to go for Colossi or Templars. Either one of the Templars, that is. Oh, we see a drop coming in from the side of Various. The observer is there to look at it. How Morphicon will respond? He needs to intercept this.
Observer is not.
Observer is not following.
Oh no, that Zonaga might see. Oh, but
Zonaga is out of range, but he is gonna move into position. Oh no! Keep moving.
No!
No! Uh-oh, the army is now out of position. Has not intercepted those overlords. The overlords are going to drop right inside the main base. The Morphicon is moving the army back, but will they get there in time? Dropping.
I don't even think he realized. I think he's just regrouping his army back in his main base, assuming that there's going to be.
He's sitting them outside his natural, but the overlords need to come in right now on the top left side of the base. Justin. All right, we're back. You see the drop coming. Even carried a clean over.
Wow.
Armies. 4 stalkers are moving into places. This is not enough. Uh-oh, this is a devastating attack. Even though Morphicon has a far superior army, this drop is going to do a ton of damage. Mothership Core needs to overcharge that Nexus to do the kind of defense it needs. Ling's moving over, starting to attack the Nexus. Oh, looks like the gateways that he popped down are blocking his own army. What an unfortunate play! Brandon doing a lot of damage. Over here we see those overlords moving back. Has the third coming up. Morphicon has held off, but is at a disadvantage this point. Let's look at units lost. We have 3,000 lost on the. Whoa! We have more resources lost on the side of the Zerg. We have more resources lost on the side of the Zerg. In fact, that attack did not do nearly as much damage as I expected. Morphicon popped all those pylons there, popped some gateways and
Brandon
stuff.
needs to tech up to something like, I don't know, Hydras.
That damage did not do the damage it needed to. That attack did not do the damage it needed to. Because we see all he really got was a couple of pylons, maybe a gateway or two.
Oh, he is checking the Hydras. However, I don't think it will come out.
Checking the Hydras. How effective do you think Hydras is against this Stalker Heavy army? Let's look at the active forces on both sides. We have
Hydras are super effective against all gateway units.
We have an army supply of 94 to 11.
However, this is not looking well.
In fact, Morphicon has a lot more workers as well, despite the fact that Brandon has 3 bases. Maybe it's because he spent all his workers on those transitions. Use is good, but it's just too much DPS coming out. Oh, Bailey's coming in, but these are stalkers. They're not going to do the damage they need to do.
Brandon pulled a GG. Hopefully.
Brandon needs some GG out. This game is lost. Huge supply difference right now. Very late name dropping, anyways. As the third running up, but no, this army is gonna lean this base up. Very good composition on the side of Morphicon. A lot of soccer seal that range damage. Not needed at all, but again, those mortals are gonna do a lot of damage to those buildings. Are gonna tank those approaches and do a lot of damage to those approaches. Brandon is not yet GG'd. Morphicon has scouted the third, is gonna probably warp in units over here. Brandon has left no GG either. Interesting game 1. Morphicon takes the first game.